About 2 years ago, I started paying down $43,000 in mostly student loans. The majority was student loans that were Parent Plus loans that had been ignored for like 10 years. And today it is 2 years later, and I'm going to share my monthly debt payoff update. Hey, you want to be in my video? Come here.
I'm the happy
Happy bowl. Good job. Yay. Come be in Mommy's video. Oh, did you eat oatmeal? Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mary. This is Penny's Not Perfection. And here on the channel, I share what we do in our personal finances to help motivate and inspire others, and just to make people that are in debt feel not so alone, because it can be a very isolating and sad and just not fun experience paying off debt. So today I'm going to go over what our debt payoff looks like in the month of November 2020. I do these every single month, so you can go back on my channel and watch every single month since I started paying off debt and see how far we've come. Mwah. Yeah. This is Penny, and Penny has been here since we've been paying off debt, and she is very excited that we're almost done.
Okay, hopping over to my debt payoff form. This is from my debt-free planner that I sell on Etsy, so it will be linked in the description box below, but I basically just do this every single month and have a debt payoff update. I do have a form of this that says debt snowball update that was original, but I realized that I don't really have a snowball much anymore, so I just have a debt payoff update. So that's what we're going to do for November 2020. And our starting debt at the beginning of November was $9,635.44. After starting at $43,000, this is obviously an exciting number to see. Being under $10,000 is thrilling, and it is feeling like the finish line. Even though we have thousands and thousands of dollars left to pay, it feels like we're almost done. So our first payment was on the 3rd of November, and that was $100. Then on that same day, we made another $100 payment because they came out of 2 bank accounts. So you're going to see every week I'm doing at least 2 different payments because they will come from different bank accounts. And like this first one on the 10th of November, that is $100 that comes from our salary income we use from our paychecks to pay down the debt. And then the second payment is what I pulled together from all my side income. So my side hustles like Etsy and YouTube, they pay down the debt as well. They're actually the main driver of our debt payoff because I've basically built a little business of sorts that is creating income that is now paying off this debt. So I made an asset that's paying off a liability, which is kind of cool when you think about it. And the payment I made from my side income on the 10th was $152. The next week on the 17th, I made another payment of $100, and that was from our salary, like I said. Then on that same day, I actually made 2 more payments because I made a payment from my side income and then also from some stocks I sold that were not really doing me many favors. So I made a payment of $294 on the 17th. And then on that same day, on the 17th of November, I made yet another payment. So that was a really exciting day when I made 3 payments, because I know the more payments I can make and the more money I throw at this debt, the faster it's going to be done. So on the 17th, I made another payment of $163.88, and that was, of course, from stocks I decided to sell that I'd kind of talked myself into buying, and we're still losers, so I lost money, but it's good. It went toward paying down debt. We're all fine. It's been a learning experience. And then on the 24th, I put another $100 toward the debt, and I had my biggest payment on the 24th as well, and that was from my YouTube income. Because that's grown so much, I was able to put $2,350 and 62 cents toward the debt, which is a huge amount. Obviously, like, massive. It was so exciting, and I can't believe I make that much right now. So after all of those payments, after making multiple payments every single week of the month, I finally got to my new balance, which was $6,190 and a whopping 97 cents. That's right, just over $6,000. We paid off so much debt this month. It was exciting. So every month I also like to write down the amount that I paid and the amount that the debt was actually reduced. This just gives me an idea of the interest that I've been paying. And since I refinanced my loans, this section has been so much more encouraging because I'm not paying as much in interest. And the amount I paid this month was $3,460.50. And one other cool thing was that $1,109 was not from YouTube. So really, honestly, we're putting a lot of money toward this right now, and it is obviously one of our bigger goals. And of course, because the interest rate is so much better, we actually reduced the debt by $3,444.47. So all of that money really is going straight toward debt reduction, not interest. And refinancing was probably one of the best things I've done for the debt payoff. I only paid $16.03 in interest this month. That is so good. It makes me really happy that I am not putting that much money, hundreds of dollars a month, toward interest. So next I'm going to fill out this monthly debt tracker. I made this forever ago and kind of forgot about it, so I never even listed it in the shop, but I will put it in the Etsy shop today and make sure I add it to my debt-free planner as well. I'm constantly trying to think of things that are easy to use, that are great for writing stuff down, because I find that writing stuff down makes you more accountable and it's more consistent. So when you write stuff down, you are actually like paying attention and being intentional about it. So that's why I make stuff like this. And I liked this because it's kind of a weekly payment tracker. And obviously, you know, if you watch this channel, I love some weekly payments, and doing Transfer Tuesdays has really paid off my debt so much faster. So I just have this monthly debt tracker, and you basically put the debt you have, who you owe it to, the minimum amount due, then your starting balance, all your payments throughout the month, and your ending balance. And I think that that's a cute way to kind of keep track of stuff. And it was really interesting to see, because I always break down my payments one by one, it was nice to see what I did in a single week. So my first week I paid $200, my second week I paid $252, my third week I paid $557.88 toward the debt. And then of course in my last week of the month I had my big payment, so I put $2,450.62 toward the debt. But it's nice to see that minimum amount per week I'm putting at least $200 toward this debt. So that took me from that $9,635 number down to the $6,190. And if you have a lot of debts, it might be nice to do this for all of them, so you see individually how each one is progressing and how you're making progress weekly on each one. So I'll put that printable in the debt-free planner, like I said, and just as a standalone in the shop in case you like it. And then I will use it for the next couple months, because the goal is to be done with this debt by January. So I'll be using it for November, December, and January. And hopefully in January, that ending balance is going to be 0. So we will be done and we will not have to ever do this again, because I am so done with debt, y'all. Like I said, it feels like I'm in the end of the game, like the last stretch, and I'm ready. Next, I want to catch up my student loans chart that I use to color in to track my progress. And I do this once a month because the amounts are kind of high. So each icon is $433 because I started with $43,000 in debt. So the icons make sense for that amount, but because I'm not really paying off that much every single week, I don't always get to color in a full icon. So doing it once a month gets to show me the real progress of this chart. If you don't have some kind of visual debt tracker or some way that you visualize your debt payoff, whether it's an app or a spreadsheet or a tracker like this where you color it in, I would highly recommend you do something, whatever fits your personality, but just something that you can at a glance look at and see your progress so far and see how far you have to go. It's nice to have just a literal glance and you can tell where you've come from and where you are and where you have to go, instead of having to get into all of your accounts and all of your numbers. Just a quick a snapshot. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Something maybe even on your wall or in your most used planner, something like that. It's really, really helpful for accountability. It's also very, very helpful for motivation, because once you get to like the levels where you're past halfway done, like this chart, now that I only have a few icons left, I'm like, let's go, let's get this done. We are so close. Look how far we've come. We've paid off so much of this debt and we have so little to go. Let's do it. 2 more months for me and then I will be debt free.
All right guys, that is it for me. That is my debt update for November 2020, and I'm pretty excited that we're almost done. I am anticipating just 2 more of these. 1, 2, can you do 2? I am anticipating just 2 more of these, December and January, because I believe I can pay this off by the end of January 2021. So this is one of my final debt payoff updates. I am so glad. We just have 2 left and we will pay off all of our debt. We're very excited over here and I can't wait to come back and be debt free But for now, I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions or need any help or encouragement, let me know in the comments. I am always happy to share what I've learned on this journey.